Hi everyone. So do you know that there is a relationship between a power bank and a phone? Yes, there is an inverse relationship between a power bank and a phone. That is why as more units of power bank are being consumed, the percentage for phone continue to increase. So that shows there is an inverse relationship between a power bank and a phone. That is why as one increases, the other decreases. And this can be illustrated in the graph like this. On our y-axis, we have power bank. Then on our x-axis, we have phone. Now, let's try to illustrate this on our graph. Now, if you look at this, we have on our power bank axis, we have the percentage from 20 to 100. That is 20 units. Same thing for percentage for phone. Now, let's assume the percentage of power bank is 100. Then it means, let's assume as at that moment you have not plugged in your phone. So the consumption for phone will be 0. That is when your phone is at 0%. Now, by the time this from 100 will be at 0, so that will be here. Let's try to asterisk and put the points. Now, by the time the percentage of power bank comes down to 80, then your phone will increase. The percentage of your phone will increase from 0 to 20. So if you try to trace this on our graph, so we'll have something like this. So we'll have another point here. So that means our power bank is coming down now, while the percentage of phone is going up. Now, when the power bank drops to 60 again, then the percentage of the phone will increase to 40%. Then if we trace this, we can say that we'll have something like this. Then when the power bank percentage drops to 40 again, then the phone will increase to 60. Now, we'll have another one here, another point. Then when the percentage of the power bank drops to 20, then we'll have our phone percentage to be at point of 80. 20, then 80. We'll have another point here. And finally, when the power bank drops down to 0, then we'll have our phone percent to be at 100. So let's try to trace this curve. So we'll have something like this. Now, look at this. This is exactly the same curve we have for demand curve. So this is a negative slope. It shows at one point, the other once is rising, the other will continue to decrease. So if you look at this now, as the power of power bank declines or falls, then the percentage of the phone continue to increase. So it shows there is negative relationship or inverse relationship between the phone and the power bank. That is why the curve is like this. And same thing with demand curve. A demand curve is always like this because there is an inverse relationship between the price and the quantity. As the price increases, the quantity falls. So as you can see here, I use this illustration to explain a demand curve. So thank you very much.